Well, a very good evening and welcome to this Tuesday Trivia on the 25th of May 2021. We're going to get things going in just a short time, but if you haven't done already, make sure you get yourself over to www.challengezone.co.uk/game show, where tonight you can join in for free on your mobile phone, your tablet or your computer system. www.challengezone.co.uk/game show is the place you need to go to. It's all free. You can join in for fun. All you need to do is visit that link. Coming up tonight, we've got all sorts of questions from general knowledge to music, TV and movies, right the way through to current affairs as well. So play along at www.challengezone.co.uk/game show. Your live host will be live on screen in around 8 minutes' time. So once again, a very good evening. If you have just joined us, welcome to the Tuesday Trivia at challengezone.co.uk. If you want to join in today's game show, make sure you head on over to www.challengezone.co.uk/game show, as we will get things underway in just a short time here tonight. So if you want to play along on your mobile phone, your tablet or your computer, get yourself over to challengezone.co.uk/game show, as that's where you'll be able to join in this evening's game show. So once again, a very good evening. If you have just joined us, welcome to the Tuesday Trivia. We are going to get things underway in just a few moments now, though. Make sure you go to www.challengezone.co.uk/game show if you'd like to join in tonight on your mobile phone, your tablet or your computer device. That's www.challengezone.co.uk/game show, where you can play along on your computer, your tablet or your mobile phone. It's all free of charge, and we've got a game show and a half for you coming up tonight. So if you fancy having a bit of a trivia quiz, it's the place to be on a Tuesday. So here we are then, a very good evening and welcome to Challenge Zone with myself, James Hollenby. A very good evening if you have joined us, and welcome to the show. As always, every single Tuesday we do this here on Challenge Zone. It's a trivia quiz and a half. Oh yes, we've got some great general knowledge, some TV, movies and adverts, that's what I was looking for, and some current affairs coming up for you here this evening. If you haven't done so already, get yourself over to that link in that top corner there, www.challengezone.co.uk/game show, as that is where you will be able to take part here this evening. Now, as usual, I'm here in this big, massive studio all by myself. Oh yes, it is just me here as always. So if there are any technical problems or anything like that, it will be me sorting it out. So If you do have any technical problems, if you pop it down there in the chat, if you're over on Facebook or across there, if you're on YouTube, if you're on the Challenge Zone website or Twitch or anything like that, pop them in the chat as well, and I will do my best to monitor the chat as well as everything else here this evening. So how are you doing? How has your week been? It's been wet weather all over the UK, hasn't it? But the sun is shining now, and we're due a heat wave, apparently. So the Daily Mail says anyway, so believe what you will on that one. Some hellos then for this evening. A good evening to Ginge that's registered, to Nick, to Beck and Aim, to Paul, to Piers No More Gone, to Whiskey Jane, to Patsy G, to Big G in the house, to Snapes on a plane as well. You have all registered so far this evening. Great to have you with us here on the show. As usual, we've got 15 questions to start us off in round one. It's general knowledge. It's plucked out of the air generally. It's from science to history to current affairs, you name it, that is coming up in round one. Then round two is our movies, music and TV round. This is all going to be questions based around those exact topics there. And finally, into round three, this is the only round of the evening where you could lose points as well as gain points. Oh yes, it's our Down with Current Affairs round, where if you've been watching news over the last week or so, you'll fly through this round. If you haven't, you might struggle and you might end up on minus points for round three. I'll tell you all about that in just a short while though. Very good evening as well to Mr. Gary Hollenby is watching over on Facebook, and Becca, ooh, exciting. It is, it's very exciting. Just looking at this jacket is exciting enough for one evening. Or the therapy bill will be in the post, okay? I know, I do apologise. I got dressed in the dark as always, but it wouldn't be a quiz show without some sort of sparkly, quizzy type jacket, would there? Hope you're having a good evening then out there this evening. We're just going to wait a couple more minutes for a few more people to join on, or give them the chance. If you are watching over on Facebook and you haven't registered so far, that is the link to do it. challengezone.co.uk/game show, where you can join in on your phone, your tablet, or your computer system if you prefer as well. A few more hellos then. Hello to Sarah. Hope you're enjoying your first week over at CEX. Had to be very careful how I pronounce that. Is it first week or second week? Not sure. I'm sure you'll correct me if I'm wrong. Hope you're enjoying it over there as well. And hello to everyone else that is just joining me. So, we know the chat's working. That's good. We know the audio is coming through. Again, if it is too quiet, too loud, or any of that business, let me know, as I will do my best to alter it as I'm asking the questions, as always. So just doing a quick refresh on the system then. I think we can start off anyway with the test question. So on your devices, I will press a button now. It will count down from 5 seconds to 0, and the first question will pop up on screen. It's a nice, easy one. It is just, are you ready for Tuesday trivia? So once that pops up on your screen, you can test your devices, answer it. You get 1 point for this one if you get it wrong. Now, if it is your first time here on Tuesday Trivia, it is quite simple. Every single question in round 1 and 2 is worth 100 points. It starts off at 100 points and 45 seconds. As the time decreases, so do the points. So to get the maximum amount of points this evening, you need to make sure you answer as quickly as you can. So, I've just hit the start the countdown button. And hopefully on your devices now, it should be counting down from 5 seconds down to 0. And the first question should be popping up on your screens, which should be, are you ready for Tuesday Trivia? Okay, and then all you need to do is answer that one. Once you've answered, are you ready for Tuesday Trivia? We know the system is working. So I'm just going to make sure everything has been launched this side as well. We are all up and running. There we go. So the question is up on screen. It is ready to go. People have started to answer it. So that's what we like here on Tuesday Trivia. Of course, don't forget, if you do work for a company or perhaps you're with your friends and family and fancy having one of our cheesy game shows for your work or company, we do game shows galore here across Zoom, Microsoft Teams and everything else. It's a great way, if everyone's working from home at the moment, to bring everybody together and have a fun evening. Whether that's families, friends or work colleagues, it works across the board. And we could do game shows from 10 people right the way up to 1,000 people. Gets a bit hectic with 1,000 people, but it's been done and we've had a great evening doing it as well. So I can see the votes are coming through on the systems. Question number 1, just to test the system then, is are you ready for Tuesday trivia? The answers are totally, utterly, yeah. 2 right, maybe baby, or my body is, but I don't know if my brain, about my brain. Have to say the same about me here tonight. So I can see we have questions being answered on that one. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to get things underway. Again, if you have just joined us over on Facebook, a very good evening to you. We haven't started the main Tuesday trivia yet, so get yourself over to that link in that top corner. It's www.challengezone.co.uk/game show. You can join in for free from your mobile phone, your tablet, or your little computer, laptop, desktop, whatever you may be using. We're going to kick things off then. Let's bring up the results on that one. Just to test that's all working. 78% decided to go for option D. My body is, but I don't know about my brain. 22 people, 22% of the people just hit totally, utterly, yeah. Well, that's what we like on that one. Well done. Okay, so you all get 1 whole point for that one, as all the answers are correct as it's in green. So here's how it's going to work. We're going to start the next lot of questions where the 100 points will become active. It starts at 100 points, goes down to 0 as the time goes down. So the quicker the answer, the more points you get. We reveal the answer after every single question, just so you can keep a tally of what you're getting right and wrong. And then at the end of each round, we reveal the scores to find out who is top of the leaderboard per round. You won't find out about all the scores until the very end of the evening. Right now, though, let's head on over to round 1, which is our general knowledge round. Oh yes, so our general knowledge round is all questions from science, geography, history, maths, you name it, it is in there. English, I speak it, or try to speak it, and who knows. As always, if I mispronounce anything, I do apologise. Just have a laugh at your screen and move on. Hey, it's how it works here on Tuesday Trivia. Gary says it's too ginger. I'm not sure if he's talking about my hair, the suit jacket, or what on that one, but I agree, I agree. The whole show is orange coloured, if you hadn't already noticed on that one, from the idents to the logos to everything else. Anyway, let's get on with tonight's quiz then. Question number 2, technically on the system, but your first official question is... what automotive brand... There we go. What automotive brand was started in 1902 by Henry Leyland, a business partner of Henry Ford, and was named after the original founder of Detroit? Is it A, Chevrolet, B, Cadillac, C, Pontiac, or D, Buck? All those should be up on your screen as well. 45 seconds on the clock. I would tell you how long's left, but I've just noticed half the question is covering our TVs. The blackout is just dropped down over there. Only just noticed it. I'll survive. We'll get through it. Proves it's all live. Time is up on that one then. Let's have a look at what you think on that one. 44% think it's Cadillac. 33% think it is Buck. 11% think it's either Pontiac or Chevrolet. Let's have a look. The correct answer for question number 2 is Cadillac. Well done to the 44% that got that one right. Back down onto your screens then. Question number 3 is... which of these is not an actual international currency? So which of these is not an actual international currency? Is it the Pakistani rupee, the Swiss franc, the Japanese yen, or the Saudi baht? Hope I pronounced that right. Who knows? Never been to Saudi Arabia. Could be a currency, could not be. But which of these is not an actual international currency? Is it the Pakistani rupee, the Swiss franc, the Japanese yen, or the Saudi baht? So very good evening to Danielle that's joined us over on Facebook. Hope you're having a good evening. And to Andy that's just jumped in as well. Get yourself over to that link. We've only just started. It is still plenty of time to catch up on the points. We're just 3 questions in on tonight. It's challengezone.co.uk/game show if you want to join in. So let's have a look, see what you've answered on that one then. So 44% think this Saudi baht is not an actual international currency. 33% think it's the Swiss franc. 22% think it's the Pakistani rupee. And nobody thought it was the Japanese yen. Of course, it's probably the one on the list that I would have picked out as being an actual currency as well. The correct answer is... Well done, the 44%ers have us. It's the Saudi baht. It was just made up. We just made it up for the hell of it. Okay, over to question number 4 here this evening. Then question number 4 is... In physics... A calorie is defined as an energy required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of what by 1 degree Celsius? So, in physics, a calorie is defined as the energy required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of by 1 degree Celsius. Is it A, water, B, mercury, C, hydrogen, or D, carbon? Having a look at that. 10 seconds remaining. 20 points up for grabs if you haven't managed to answer yet. Very good evening to Becky that's just joined us over on YouTube as well. Hope you're having a good night, Becky. I shall reply to you as soon as I can on that one. Time is up on that though. Let's have a look at some of your answers. Little bit split across this one then. 22% think it's either carbon or hydrogen, but the majority of you with 44% think it's water, just 11% think it is mercury. Well, if you put water, like the 44% of you have, you'd be correct. Well done, it is the correct answer. On to question number 5 then, of our general knowledge round. Question number 5 is, tabby cats have one of 5 unique patterns. The most recognisable, featuring narrow stripes that run perpendicular to the spine, is called what? Because of its resemblance to a fish. So is it herringbone, mackerel, ribbed, or sea spine? 20 seconds still up for grabs on this question. Tabby cats have one of 5 unique patterns. The most recognisable, featuring narrow stripes that run perpendicular to the spine. It's called what? Because of its resemblance to a fish. Is it herringbone, mackerel, ribbed, or sea spine? If you haven't answered that one, time is up. Let's have a look at some of your answers then. So 44% think it's herringbone, 33% think it's mackerel, 22% think it's ribbed. Nobody thinks it's a good old sea spine. Let's have a look on this one then, see if you were right. All the 33%ers have it, so 44% of you were wrong on that one. Mackerel is the recognisable pattern, called it because of its resemblance to a fish. I was going to read the whole question and just forgot it, just couldn't find it. There we go, let's head on over then to question 6 of our general knowledge round. Don't forget there's 3 rounds coming up tonight. If general knowledge isn't your bag, don't worry, we've got TV, movies and music coming up for round 2, followed by our Down with Current Affairs for round 3. Right now though, question number 6. In which country were potatoes first discovered? Is it England, Ireland, Peru, or the United States? So which country were potatoes first discovered? As said by a certain well-known character. Is it England, Ireland, Peru, or the United States? 20 seconds remaining, 35 points available at the time of me mentioning that. How are you doing on this evening's quiz? Let me know in the comments down below if you're on Facebook across there, if you're on YouTube or Twitch, or if you're on the Challenge Zone website, just click in the title. It will take you over to YouTube where you can join in on those comments. Time is up on that one then. Let's have a look and find out. Oh, 63% think islands were first discovered. Sorry, potatoes were first discovered in Ireland. Not islands were first discovered in potatoes. That would just be stupid. 25% think it was Peru. 13% think it was the United States. Nobody believed potatoes were first discovered in England. Let's have a look. The right answer then is Peru. There you go. You can't say you didn't learn anything on tonight's show. Peru was the first country where potatoes were first discovered. Shocks me on that one as well. Okay, over to question number 7 of our general knowledge round. From what language is the word omnibusman derived? Definitely not English, or I'm not speaking English. I'm not sure which at the moment. Is it Greek, Latin, Swedish, or Turkish? 25 seconds remaining, 50 points up for grabs. Try and get me chops around this one once again. From what language is the word omnibusman derived? It's been a long day. It's been a long day. Spent the day at the escape room and virtual reality experience up in Redditch Town Centre, talking to lots of lovely people booking in their experiences. Now it's back open. Don't forget, if you are in the area, contact us at challengezone.co.uk if you fancy a virtual reality experience or escape room and you're around the Redditch area, as you can come along to it. You can come along to anywhere in the UK. It's just a bit further to travel if you're not local to Redditch. So let's have a look at what you've put for the answers to question 7 then. 44% believe Latin is correct. 22% believe either Greek or Swedish. 11% believe it is Turkish. Let's have a look at the correct answer on that one then. It's with the 22%. It is derived from Swedish. There you go. Every day's a school day. That's 2 questions in a row that I've not known the answer to, let alone been able to pronounce. Let's head on over then to question number 8 this evening. Question number 8 is: which of these is not a character from a Charles Dickens novel? So which of these is not a character from a Charles Dickens novel? Is it A, The Artful Dodger, B, Boo Radley, C, Tiny Tim, or D, Uriah Heep? So which of these is not a character from a Charles Dickens novel? Is it A, The Artful Dodger, B, Bo Radley, C, Tiny Tim, or D, Uriah Heep? 10 seconds remaining, 20 points up for grabs. A very good evening to Tom McKillop. Just joined us over on Facebook. Hope you're having a good one out there, Tom. Get yourself over to that link. We are only on question number 8. There's 100 points available for every question if you answer them nice and quickly, so you can easily catch up. And we've got 2 more rounds to go at the moment. In the meantime, let's have a look then at the answers for question number 8. Oh, we've got a tie. And it's not me wearing one. 44% think it's either Bo Radley or Uriah Heep. 11% think it might be Tiny Tim. Tiny Tim, even. Nobody thought it was The Artful Dodger. Well, let's have a look and see who is correct on that one then. Well done. Give yourself a bit of a fist pump if you've got that right. 44% of you did get that right. It was Bo Radley was the only one out of that list that was not a character from a Charles Dickens novel. So let's go on to question number 9 then of the 15 in the general knowledge round, and that question is: what is the first prime number? Bit of a maths one for you this week. What is the first prime number? Now this is a text input answer. We're not giving you any clues or any help on it, okay? So all you need to do is pop in your answer, hit the submit button. That will wing its way here into the studio. If you're right, it will tell you at the end. If you're wrong, it will also tell you at the end. It's as simple as that. It will tell you either way. Okay, 10 seconds remaining. Those 20 points still up for grabs if you haven't thought about it. We want to know, what is the first prime number? Were you paying attention in maths? I wasn't. No idea. It's only because I have the answers when I look down. No idea at all, but let's have a look at what you've put for the answers then so far this evening. And those answers are as follows. So we've got 1. 44% of people said it was 1. 33% of people think it's 2. And 22%... Excuse me, 22% of people think it was 3. Well, I can tell you the correct answer for the first prime number is 2. Well done. If you got that one right, 2 is the first prime number. There you go. On to question number 10 of 15 in our general knowledge round then, and that question is... that question is, it's got off my screen, there we go. The first space probe to soft land on another planet landed on which planet of our solar system? Was it Venus, Mercury, Mars, or Jupiter? There's no childish sniggers happening right now. Usually Uranus makes it onto the list just so it brings a smile to my face. Oh yes. You wouldn't believe my age when I'm still sniggering at the word Uranus. But we asked, the first space probe to soft land on another planet landed on which planet of the solar system? Was it Venus, Mercury, Mars, or Jupiter? If you haven't answered, time is now up on that one. Let's have a look at the answers. So 100% of people believe it is Mars was the first planet of the solar system that we had a space probe do a soft land on. Good luck on this one. The correct answer is Venus. Nobody got that one right that's playing along tonight. Shock, shock, horror, horror. Again, if you do have a quick Google of it and find the systems wrong, let me know in the chat down there or across there. And I'm sure we can update the system and give you those points before the end of the show. So get Googling. If you find it's wrong, we'll update the system. Simple as that. Let's go over to question number 11 then. Question 11 is, in British peerage, what unofficial title is given to an unmarried daughter of a duke, marquess, or earl? Is it countess, dame, lady, or princess? Those are your 4 options to give you a bit of a multiple choice helping hand, as most of our questions are tonight. In British peerage, what unofficial title is given to the unmarried daughter of a duke, marquess, or earl? Is it countess, dame, lady, or princess? 5 seconds remaining on that one. If you don't know, take a guess. You never know. You might still land lucky on the correct answer. Let's have a look at that one then. All 50% think it's lady, 40% think it is countess, just 10% believe it may be princess. Nobody thought it was dame. Let's have a look then. The correct answer is... with the 50%, well done, it is lady. If you put lady, you've got more valuable points going to your score. Don't forget, at the end of each round, we're going to reveal the scores just for that round. And then at the end, we'll reveal the global scores. Let's go on to question number 12 here this evening then. And question number 12 is... which of these is the world's largest inland body of water? Is it the Caspian Sea, Lake Huron, Lake Michigan, or Lake Victoria? We want to know which of these is the world's largest inland body of water. Is it the Caspian Sea, Lake Huron, Lake Michigan, or Lake Victoria? Again, apologies for the pronunciation. It's what you get when you see the questions for the first time. 10 seconds remaining on this one then. 15 points available at the time of me saying. It goes down as the time goes down. Time is up on that one then. Let's have a look and see what you've put for that one. 60% believe it's Lake Michigan. 20% think it might be the Caspian Sea. 10% think it is either Lake Huron or Lake Victoria. Well done if you've taken part so far tonight. The correct answer then is... with the 20%ers. It's the Caspian Sea. Well done if you got that right. Commiserations to the 60% that got that one wrong. It's going to be interesting to see how that fares with the scores coming up in just a few questions' time. On to question number 13 tonight then. And that question is, in pottery, what is the term for the liquefied suspension of clay particles in water? A thin mixture about the consistency of heavy cream. Is it slag, smalt, slip, or grog? So, in pottery, what is the term for liquefied suspension of clay particles in water, which is a thin mixture about the consistency of heavy cream? Long question, that one. Is it a slag? You slag. Is it smalt? You smalt. Is it slip? Whoop. Or is it grog? Who knows? If you haven't answered now, though, time is up on that one. Let's have a look at what you've put. So 60% think it's a slip, 40% think it's a slag. No one thinks it's a smalt or a grog. Let's have a look and see. I'm praying that it's the word slag just because I can do that accent again. It's not. Well done to the 60%. It's called a slip. You slipped up if you got that one wrong. On to question number 14 then. Question 14 in our first round of general knowledge is: what tennis legend was known as the Crocodile? Let's make this one snappy. Was it Little Nasty, Don Budge, Bill Tiden, or René Lacoste? What tennis legend was known as the Crocodile? Easy one if you follow tennis, not so easy if you don't. Take a guess if you don't know, though. You've got 1 in 4 chance of getting it right here this evening, so even if you don't know the answer, it's worth a little guess on that one. Every point counts here tonight as we try and work out who the Queen or King of Tuesday Trivia is for this week. Time is up on that one. We asked what tennis legend is known as the Crocodile? The Crocodile. 90% believe it was René Lacoste. 10% think it might have been Bill Tiden. Nobody thought it was Don Budge or Little Nasty. The correct answer then on that one is, well done, it's with the 90%. It was René Lacoste. There you go. Gary says, shocking, only got 1 point, and that was the test question. Well, you never know, Gaz. You never know. Keep guessing those answers. Even if you don't know, take a guess. You will stumble across an answer at some point. Okay, just 2 more questions available then. There's 15 proper questions plus our test questions, which means we're going up to 16 questions in the general knowledge round. So let's go to question number 15. And that question is: in Shakespeare, Midsummer Night's Dream, what character is transformed to have the head of a donkey? Is it Bottom, Quince, Flute, or Snug? How well do you know A Midsummer Night's Dream? Were you forced to do the play in school? It was in every school, generally, at some point during your childhood. Great way of studying Shakespeare is just forcing everyone to act it out as well. But we want to know, in Shakespeare, A Midsummer Night's Dream, what character is transformed to have the head of a donkey? Bottom, Quincy, Flute, or Snug? Time's up. If you haven't answered that, it is too late. Let's have a look. 50% believe it is Bottom, but are they correct? Who knows? The way tonight's quiz questions have been going, it's a tricky one this evening, I can tell you that much. Let's have a look, see if you're right. You were right. Well done. It was Bottom that had the head of a donkey in A Midsummer Night's Dream. So on to the final question of our general knowledge round tonight. Don't forget, we have TV, movies and music coming up for round 2, and then down on current affairs for our final round tonight. 100 points available for every round. You cannot lose any points if you get the questions wrong on rounds 1 and 2. But don't forget, round 3, we swap it up a little bit. There's 150 points available in round 3, but you can lose up to 150 points in that round if you get the wrong answer too. We'll go through all that when we get to round 3, but right now, here's question number 16 of your general knowledge round. That question is, what is the aquatic sounding name of this pinkish orange shade, which was Pantone's 2009 colour of the year? Now you can see it just down there if you're on screen at the moment on Facebook or over on YouTube, or if you're playing along on your phone, your tablet or your computer device, you should have it nice and big in front of you. But we want to know, what is the aquatic sounding name of this pinkish orange shade, which was Pantone 2019 colour of the year? Is it fresh salmon, pink flamingo, orange ruffly, or living coral? A, B, C, or D on your devices. Time is up. If you haven't answered that one, just think, if you invented that colour and your only claim to fame was that you were Pantone colour of the year for 2019. That's an accolade and a half, that one, isn't it? Let's have a look then and see what you've put for answers on that one. So, unsurprisingly, we have a smitter of results across the board. 40% believe it was fresh salmon. 30% believe it was either living coral or pink flamingo. Nobody thought it was orange ruffy. Well, the correct answer to our final question in round number 16 is living coral. Well done if you got that. Perhaps you follow the Pantone colour of the year every year and religiously watch it. You would have known the answer to that one. It was only a couple of years ago. Well done if you got that right. So that is the end of round 1, which means we can go over to our first leaderboard tonight to find out how everyone's been getting on. So let's head on over and reveal the scores at the end of round 1. So here we go. In first place with 621 points this evening is Nick. In second place, closely followed by second place, I might add, with 617 points is Beck and Aim. In third place with 538 is Patsy. Fourth is Ginge with 412. Whiskey Jane in fifth tonight with 390 points. Paul is in sixth with 388 points. Snakes on a Plane is 351 points. In 8th place is TechNet 101 plus Wife at 321 points. Piers No More Gone is at 290 points in 9th place. And Big G is in 10th place there with 76 points. Congratulations then to Nick, who is currently in first place. But don't forget, it is only round 1. Let's head on over to round 2 now, which is our movies, music and TV round. Oh yes, so in this round we have no audio clips, we have no video clips, because Facebook and YouTube keep deciding it's copyright infringement and keep giving us a slap on the wrists. So it is questions based again. You have 100 points available at the start of every question and 45 seconds again to work out your answer. Some of them are text-based, most of them are multiple choice, just to give you a lending hand. Gary says he knows how the UK feels at Eurovision now. At least you didn't get nil points, Gaz. You got 1 point, which is more than the UK got in Eurovision. Why we still enter it, who knows, who knows. Okay then, so on your devices, it should now say round 2, TV, movies and music. This trivia game will begin shortly. Let's get this underway then. 10 questions, all based around movies, music and TV. And the first one should be coming up on your screen in a few seconds now. So here we are. Question number 1 then is... I'll get the right buttons in a moment. Question number 1 then is... who is the Muppet, or who is the Muppet shown here? The bass player for Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem. Is it Zoot, Animal, Floyd, or New Zealand? Those are your choices on that one. So who is the Muppet shown in that photograph just down there? Is it Zoot, Animal, Floyd, or New Zealand? Animal's the only one I know. He really is the only one I know on that one. I can't give you impressions of the other ones. I do apologise. We want to know who the Muppet is shown in that picture. It's the bass player for Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem. Time is up on that one then. Let's have a look and see what you've put answer-wise on that one. 60% believe it's Floyd. 20% believe it is either Zoot or Animal. Nobody thought it was New Zealand. Well, let's have a look. The correct answer for question number 1 then is, with the 60% of you, well done, it was Floyd. On to question number 2 then. Question number 2 in our music, TV and movies round is, what 80s action adventure series featured the catchphrase, "I love it when a plan comes together"? Is it A, The A-Team, B, Airwolf, C, The Fall Guy, or D, Sledgehammer? So what 80s action adventure series featured the catchphrase, "I love it when a plan comes together"? Is it A, The A-Team, B, Airwolf, C, The Fall Guy, or D, Sledgehammer? 10 seconds remaining, 20 points still up for grabs if you haven't answered this one. If you weren't born in the 80s and you're playing along, just have a guess. It's still all about the maximum points you can get at the end of the game. So if you have a guess and get points, you're not going to be penalised if you get the wrong answer in this round. Speaking of answers, let's have a look at what you put there. 90% believe it's the A-Team, 10% believe it is Airwolf. Nobody thought it was The Fall Guy or Sledgehammer. Good luck on this one then. The correct answer is, with the 90% of you, well done. You know your 80s TV programmes. It was the A-Team. Question number 3 of our TV, movies and music round then is, which of these is not a song by the Irish rock band U2? Is it Beautiful Day, One Sweet Day, New Year's Day, or Sunday Bloody Sunday? So which of these is not a song by the Irish rock band U2? Is it A, Beautiful Day, B, One Sweet Day, C, New Year's Day, or D, Sunday Bloody Sunday? 10 seconds remaining. Still points up for grabs if you haven't answered already. Time is up on that one then. Let's have a look at some of your answers at the end of that question. So 60% believe it is One Sweet Day, 30% think it's New Year's Day, 10% think it is Sunday Bloody Sunday. Nobody thought it was a beautiful day, other than the weather today, of course. A lot better than the weekend's rain and last week's rain. The correct answer then is, well done, it is One Sweet Day. Is the only one of those that isn't a U2 song. Congratulations if you got that one right. Question number 4 then. Question 4 is, the 1994 classic buddy comedy Dumb and Dumber featured the odd pairing of comedian Jim Carrey and what dramatic actor? So who was Jim Carrey's partner in that one? The 1994 classic buddy comedy Dumb and Dumber featured the odd pairing of comedian Jim Carrey and who is what we're basically asking in this one. Was it Gary Oldman, Jeff Daniels, Sam Rockwell, or Willem Dafoe? 15 seconds remaining. Do you remember Dumb and Dumber? Massive hit back in the 90s. An amazing film as well. Real feel-good film. Great to watch. But who starred alongside Jim Carrey? If you haven't answered, time is up on that one. Let's have a look at your answers. 40% believe it was Jeff Daniels. 30% think it might have been Willem Dafoe. 20% believe it is Jeff Daniels. 20% believe it was Sam Rockwell. And 10% believe it was Gary Oldman. Well, if you put Jeff Daniels, like 40% of you did, well done. It is the correct answer. So we're coming up to question 5, which is halfway through our music, movies and TV round. If you have just joined us on Facebook, a very good evening to you. Love having you with us. Get involved over at that link, or alternatively turn up at 8 o'clock every single Tuesday where we do this. It's called Tuesday Trivia. It's a little bit of fun on a Tuesday night to stretch that old grey matter. Right now though, let's head on over to question number 5 in our TV, music and movies round. Question 5 is... it's a text input then. Starting with Disney's The Love Bug in 1968, this 1963 Volkswagen Beetle went by the name of what? So it's the photo on the screen just there. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, have a bit of a squint. It's a smaller photo. If you're over on the app, it should be a lot bigger at the top of your screens. But we want to know, what is that lovable Beetle called? It's a text answer, so don't forget to hit that submit button. If you don't hit the submit button, it won't come across to us and you won't get any points for it. Speaking of points, there's 5 seconds remaining and just 10 points left for grabs if you haven't got your answer in. And there we go, time is up on that one. So it's a text input one. Let's have a look. Again, if you've spelt it incorrectly and not quite got the right spelling, I'll still get that as a correct answer for you. Let's have a look at some of your answers then. We've got Herbie, Herbie or Brum. I can tell you whether you spelt Herbie as I-E or Herbie with an I or Herbie with a Y, it will all count if that is the correct answer. Let's have a look then. The correct answer is Herbie. Well done to the 80%. And if you spelt it with an I or an I-E, I'm going to give you those points as well, because let's face it, it's not an English competition in spelling right now. It is just a little bit of fun. Well done if you got that one right. Halfway through then our TV, movies and music round. Let's go to question number 6. And question 6 is... which of these celebrities use their given birth name and not an adopted celebrity name? Is it actor Michael Caine, singer Michael Bublé, actor Michael Keaton, or designer Michael Kors? So, which of these celebrities use their given birth name and not an adopted celebrity name? Is it actor Michael Caine, singer Michael Bublé, actor Michael Keaton, or designer Michael Kors? How well do you know the music and actors stars listed in this one? Well, if you haven't answered, it is too late. Time is up on that one. Let's have a quick butchers at some of your answers. 40% then believe it might possibly be designer Michael Kors. 30% believe it is actor Michael Caine. 20% believe it is actor Michael Keaton. And just 10% believe it is singer Michael Bublé. So, the correct answer on that one. Well done to the 10% that got that correct. Michael Bublé was the only one that wasn't an adopted celebrity name. All the rest are adopted names, according to our system. I'm not saying we're right all the time. I'm not saying we're wrong. Just saying we can only go by the answers in the system tonight. Question number 7 then. Britney Spears released a video game of multiple platforms in 2002 called Britney's what? So, was it Britney's Dance Party, Britney's World Tour, Britney's Dance Beat, or Britney's Beers? Collect as many beers as you can. So want it to be D. It's got to be D. Please tell me it's D. Britney Spears released a video game for multiple platforms in 2002 called Britney's what? Was it Britney's Dance Party, Britney's World Tour, Britney's Dance Beat, or Britney's Beers? Collect as many beers as you can. Definitely want it to be that one. Please let it be D. If it is, I'm going to hunt it down and just buy a copy of it. Time's up on that one then. Let's have a look and find out what you've put. So 40% believe it was Britney's Dance Beat. 60% though believe it was Britney's Dance Party. Question is, nobody thought it was Britney Beers. So want it to be true. And nobody also thought it was Britney's World Tour. The correct answer for that one then is, with the 40%, well done. If you put Britney's Dance Beat, you would have been correct. It was across all the platforms that were available at the time, and it was called Britney's Dance Beat. Well done. On to question number 8 then of 10 in this round. Question number 8 is, what was the first music video ever aired on music television or MTV? So which was the first music video ever released or aired on television or MTV? Was it Thriller by Michael Jackson, Money for Nothing by Dire Straits, Sledgehammer by Peter Gabriel, or Video Killed the Radio Star? Video killed the radio star, Sledgehammer, Money for Nothing, and your tips for free. Thriller! There you go. That's my recollection. If you didn't recognise any of the songs, you probably don't from my little recollection of them either. Let's have a look, see what you've put for that one then. 50% believe it's Video Killed the Radio Star. 20% believe it was either Thriller or Money for Nothing. Just 10% believe it is that Peter Gabriel's classic Sledgehammer. Let's have a look, see who is right on that one then. And it was Video Killed the Radio Star. Well done to the 50% that got that one right. So 2 more questions in this round before we find out who was the top of the leaderboard just for round number 2. Question number 9 coming up on your screens now then. And that question is, which of these actors and actresses have been nominated for an Oscar the most times without actually winning one? Is it Bradley Cooper, Glenn Close, Michelle Williams, or Willem Dafoe? Which of these actors and actresses have been nominated for an Oscar the most times without winning one? Bradley Cooper, Glenn Close, Michelle Williams, or Willem Dafoe? 15 seconds remaining, still 15 points available up for grabs if you haven't answered. Again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. If you don't know, have a guess. You're not going to lose points in this round by just taking a guess and getting the questions wrong. You will, however, gain points if you get that right. Speaking of getting it right, let's have a look what you've put on question number 9. Question number 9 is, let's have a look then. 50% believe it's Glenn Close, 40% think it might be Bradley Cooper, 10% think it could also be Willem Dafoe. Nobody thought it was Michelle Williams. The correct answer on that one then is with those 50%. Again, it was Glenn Close that's been nominated the most times without actually winning an Oscar. His day will come. His day will come. On to the final question then of our TV's movies and music round. Far too many M's in that one for this time of night. Question number 10 is, what is the name of the first film released in the James Bond 007 series? Was it From Russia with Love, Dr. No, Thunderball, or Goldfinger? So what is the name of the first film released in the James Bond 007 series? Was it From Russia with Love, Dr. No, Thunderball, or Goldfinger? 15 seconds remaining. 25 points still up for grabs on that one. Remember, we have one more round after this one. Round 3 is the only round where you can win points and lose points. I'll explain all about that in just a moment, but right now let's have a look what you've put for question number 10. 50% believe Dr. No was the first film released in the James Bond series. 30% believe it was Thunderball. 20% think it was From Russia with Love. Nobody thought it was Goldfinger. The correct answer then is, again with those 50%, you're a lot brainier on your TV, movies and music round. Well done if you got that correct. Dr. No was the first released in the James Bond series. So that takes us to the end of round 2. Now what we're going to do is have a look at the scores just for round 2. Remember, it's not including round 1. We don't reveal the global scores until the very, very end. So let's have a look at the scores then and see how you got on with that one. Let's have a look then. In first place for round 2 is Ginge with 577 points. Second place was Paul with 529 points. Piers No More Gone is in third place with 487 points. Patsy in fourth with 452. Nick in fifth with 384. Snapes on a Plane at 337. Big G at 298. Whiskey Jane at 262 points. Technet 101 plus wife at 250. And Beck and Aim have 244 points. So well done to Ginge then for getting top of the leaderboard for round 2. But it is all still to play for in round 3. Round 3 is what we call Down on Current Affairs, where it's all questions based on the news over the last 7 days or so. So let's head on over then to round 3, Down on Current Affairs. Oh yes, so let's hope that you've been paying attention to the news and the newspapers across the last week, as everything in round 3 is all to do with current affairs and something that's been in newspapers, TV and on radio over the last 7 days or so. On your devices then, it should now say the trivia game will begin shortly. Now I need to warn you before we start this one, you can lose points as well as win points. If you get a wrong answer, wherever you submitted your answer is how many points you will lose. So as before this time, we have 150 points available for every question. We've got 45 seconds on the clock. As the clock goes down, the points go down. If you answer within the first 10 seconds, say, you might get 130 points if you get the correct answer. But if that answer turns out to be wrong, you will lose those 130 points from your score. If you do not answer at any point, you will automatically lose 150 points. So you have to answer no matter what. Whether or not you get the question right or wrong is down to how much news and current affairs coverage you've been watching this week. It's as simple as that. Apologies to Bex and Aim saying they were far too young for that last round in the music round. It's just the way it goes. Some weeks we have modern questions on music, movies and TV. Other weeks it goes older. It's just the luck of the draw, but well done for taking part in that one, and it's still to play for in this round, as players will lose points as well as gain points. So let's head on over then to this round. There's 10 questions coming up. We're not going to reveal any of the answers until the very end. Question number 1 then is: which former world leader is to serve his prison sentence for genocide in the UK? So which former world leader is to serve his prison sentence for genocide in the UK? Is it A, Tony Blair, B, Radovan Karadzic, no idea how to pronounce that, Abdul Hamid, or Roman Ravdev? Trust me to pick a question with difficult to pronounce names. But which former world leader is to serve his prison sentence for genocide in the UK? Remember, you can lose points as well as gain points. And speaking of points, time is up on that one. So let's have a look at what you've put on the answers. So 70% say is Radovan Karadzic, whatever, however you pronounce it. 10% believe it could be either Tony Blair, Rumen Radev, or Abdul Hamid. The correct answer on that one then is, with the 70%, well done. Roman Radovan was president of Bosnia and leader of the Serb Democratic Party. So he's serving his sentence in the UK. Tony Blair, of course, was ex-Prime Minister of the UK. Rumen Radev is the current president of Bulgaria, and Abdul Hamid is the president of Bangladesh. So there you go. Now you know. Let's go over to question 2 in our current affairs round. Question 2 is: which former football manager is to visit Albert Square as part of an EastEnders episode marking the European Championship? Is it A, Alex Ferguson, B, Arsene Wenger, C, Harry Redknapp, or D, Roy Hodgson? So which former football manager is to visit Albert Square as part of an EastEnders episode marking the European Championships? Is it A, Alex Ferguson, B, Arsene Wenger, C, Harry Redknapp, or D, Roy Hodgson? 10 seconds remaining, 30 points still up for grabs if you haven't answered. Remember, you can gain points and you can lose points in this round. Try and avoid the minuses by the end of the game if you can. So, time is up on that one. Let's have a look and see how we're going on the points. 80% believe it's Harry Redknapp. 10% think it might be Alex Ferguson or Roy Hodgson. Nobody thought it was Arsene Wenger. The correct answer on that one then is Harry Redknapp. Well done. He's going to be in EastEnders as himself, Harry Redknapp, visiting the Queen Vic. On to question number 3 then. Question 3 is: the remains of a Chinese rocket fell to Earth recently and landed in which ocean? Was it the Indian Ocean, the Arctic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, or the Atlantic Ocean? The remains of a Chinese rocket fell to Earth recently and landed in which ocean? Is it the Indian Ocean, the Arctic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, or the Atlantic Ocean? A, B, C, or D on your devices, whether you're playing on a mobile phone, a tablet, or a computer. All the devices are available. It's just a web browser we use with our quiz system. Easy as that. Time is up on that one then. Let's have a look and see what you put on this one. So 50% believe it's the Indian Ocean, 40% believe it's the Pacific Ocean, 10% believe it could be the Atlantic Ocean. So are 50% of people going to lose points, 40% of people going to lose points, or 10% of people going to lose points? Well, let's have a look. The correct answer is... it was the Indian Ocean. So 50% of you got to save points, but that means 40% of you have lost points off your score during this round. Let's go to question 4 of 10 in the current affairs round then. And that question is: who was the first ever person to receive the Junior Respiration Award presented by the Royal Life Saving Society? Was it Martha Jane Canary, Clara Barton, Florence Nightingale, or the Queen? So who was the first ever person to receive the Junior Respiration Award presented by the Royal Life Saving Society? Is it Martha Jane Canary? Is it Clara Barton, Florence Nightingale, or the Queen? Time is up on that one. Kind of revealed the answer already, but there we go. Let's have a look. 50% believe it was the Queen, 30% believe it was Clara Barton. 10% think it was either Florence Nightingale or Martha Canary. The correct answer then was the Queen. Well done. 50% of you got that right, which means 30% and the other two 10% got that incorrect on that one. So losing points as well as gaining points through the round. We've just got one more question, so we're halfway through our Down on Current Affairs round. How are you doing so far? Don't forget to pop it in the chat or over there on the YouTube chat. And while you're at it, why not give us a thumbs up, a heart, or a smiley face if you're over on Facebook? Or why not give us a thumbs up and a subscribe if you are over on our YouTube channel? All the feedback really does help us keep doing these Tuesday Trivias. On to question number 5 then in our current affairs round. Amazon is reportedly in talks to buy which historic Hollywood studios for $9 billion? That's $9 billion. Think about that one. That's an amazing amount of money. But is it Disney Studios, MGM Studios, or Universal Studios? So Amazon is reportedly in talks to buy which historic Hollywood studio? Is it Disney Studios, MGM Studios, or Universal Studios? Halfway through the round then. Are you losing more points than you're gaining? Are you gaining more than you're losing? Only you can gauge that one. Let's have a look then. The split between 50% believe it's Universal Studios, 40% believe MGM Studios, just 10% think it is Disney Studios. The correct answer on that one then, the 40%, it is MGM Studios, which means 60% of our overall audience tonight have lost points on that question. Question is, how many points? Were you one of the high flyers towards the top end as the question was launched, or did you leave it until the last minute and lose points because you had no idea? Who knows? Who knows? It's a mean round, is this old current affairs round. Let's go on to question number 6 then. Question 6 is: a famous rock formation off the Galapagos Island has collapsed. It's named after which man? So the famous rock formation that's recently collapsed, was it named after Isaac Newton, Albert Einstein, Charles Darwin, or Stephen Hawking? 20 seconds remaining, 60 points up for grabs. Remember, we start with 150 points. You can lose 150 points if you don't answer. You can gain 150 points if you first answer within the first 5 seconds. That's how this game works. Time's up on that one then. Let's have a look and find out the answers on that one. 90% believe it was Charles Darwin. Just 10% think it was Isaac Newton. Nobody thought it was Albert Einstein or Stephen Hawking. Let's have a look, see who's right on that one then. It was Charles Darwin. Well done. It was called the Darwin's Arch. So perhaps you've seen that one in the news. Well done. 90% of you got that one right, which got valued points during this round. But when did you answer? The higher end or the lower end? Let's go over to question number 7 then. Question 7 is: presenter Zoe Ball has announced that she is leaving Strictly Come Dancing's spin-off program. But what is that program called? Is it called A, It Takes Two, B, Dance Off, C, Strictly Afters, and D, Strictly Dancing? So presenter Zoe Ball has announced she is leaving Strictly Come Dancing's spin-off program. But what was it called? Is it A, It Takes Two, B, Dance Off, C, Strictly Afters, or D, Strictly Dancing? If they are looking for a new presenter with a outrageous jacket, well, you know, we all know they're going to be watching YouTube and Facebook and seeing this back. I'm available. Very cheap as well. Very cheap. Just buy me dinner. Easy as that. Time is up on that one then. Let's have a look, see what you've put for that round. 80% believe it was called It Takes Two. 10% think it was Dance Off or Strictly Dancing. No one believe it was called Strictly Afters. Although, what a great name. Come on, let's face it. Let's see who was right on that one then. It's with the 80%ers. Well done to you. That is valuable points once again that you have gained. Commiseration to the 20% that have lost points again. Are we going to get any minus scores this week? There's usually 1 or 2, but who knows? Every week is different here on Trivia Tuesdays. Let's go to question 8 of 10 in our current affairs round then, and that question is: which country has elected its first female Prime Minister, unseating the world's second longest serving Prime Minister, who has been ruling the country for since 1998? Is it A, Monaco, B, San Marino, C, India, or D, Samoa? So which country has elected its first female Prime Minister, unseating the world's second longest serving Prime Minister, who was ruling the country, since 1998. Is it Monaco, San Marino, India, or Samoa? 3 seconds remaining. Get that answer in if you haven't already, because time is now up. Let's have a look at that one then. Oh, 80% believe it's Samoa, 20% believe it's San Marino, or San Marino. Nobody thought it was Monaco or India. Could you have gained yourself some valuable points again? Well done. 80% of you got it right. It was Samoa that has now elected its first ever female Prime Minister. Well, let's wish them all luck over on that one. Congratulations on the results on that one. Let's go to question number 9 then. And question number 9 is: whose 2021 album release was called Fat Pop? Is it A, Fatboy Slim, B, Drake, C, Paul Weller, or D, Morrissey? So whose 2021 album release was called Fat Pop? Is it Fatboy Slim, Drake, Paul Weller, or Morrissey? Again, all these questions are from the news over the last 7 days or so, give or take a couple of days here or there. So hopefully if you've watched anything on the TV, listened to the radio, picked up a newspaper, some of these should be in that one. But how closely were you paying attention? Always a telltale sign this week on how many people get the answers right, how many get them wrong. Speaking of that, time is up on that one. Let's reveal the answers. Once the system's decided to refresh itself. There we go. Let's have a look then at the answers on that one. 60% believe it's Drake, 20% believe it is either Fatboy Slim or Paul Weller. Nobody thought it was Morrissey. The correct answer is with the 20% on this one. That could be a game changer at the scores at the end of round 3. 80% of people got that question wrong. Question is, where did they get it wrong? Towards the top end or the bottom end of the time limit? Well, we'll find out any minute now as we are into the final question on tonight's Down on Current Affairs round, where we reveal the end scores for this round and also the whole Tuesday Trivia Game Show. Let's go over to our final question then, and that question is... Venus Williams told the umpire, "I can't control what?" after getting a time violation during heavy winds in her loss in Panama. Oh, sorry, in Palma. Was it A, the weather, B, God, C, my balls, or D, the atmosphere? So, did Venus Williams basically say she can't control the weather? She can't control God? She can't control her balls? Or she can't control the atmosphere? It's terrible when you can't control your balls, isn't it? Anyway, Venus Williams told the umpire that. She lost recently in Palma. But which was the correct answer on that one? It's the childness in me. I do apologise. I do apologise. Let's have a look at what you've put on that one then. Oh, it's such a close one for the final question. 30% think it's either the weather or God. 20% think she either can't control her balls or the atmosphere. Let's have a look. The correct answer on that one then. It's the little things that amuse me here on this show. Let's have a look. 30% were correct with God. Venus Williams said she can't control God after getting a time violation during heavy winds in her loss in Palma. There we go then. So that is the end of that round and the end of all our rounds here this evening. First of all, before we reveal the big end of game scores even, let's reveal the scores at the end of that round. Have we got any minus scores? You never know on this one. Let's have a look then. Congratulations to Patsy. She was the top on this round with 666 points. Well done to Patsy. In second place with that round was Piers No More Gone with 539. Paul was in third place with 538. TechNet 101 plus wife is in fourth with 513. Ginge was in fifth with 362. Nick is in sixth with 286. Big G in seventh with 282. Snapes on a Plane was 197 points. Well done to you. Beck and Aim got 71 points. Well done to you. And Whiskey Jane then was in 10th place with minus 102. Unlucky for that one, Sarah Jane. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. It's the taking part that counts, though. That's what we believe in. So that is the final scores for round 3. How is that going to affect the overall global leaderboard for the end of today? Let's bring up those scores then and find out who is the winner of Tuesday Trivia on this one, the 25th of May, 2021. And the global scores are in. Let's have a look then. And I can tell you, well done, congratulations to Patsy. You are today's winner with 1,656 points. I think a strong last round has done that for you. Well done. In second place then is Paul with 1,455. Ginger's in third place with 1,351. Piers No More comes into fourth place with 1,316. Nick is in fifth with 1,291. TechNet 101 plus wife is at 1,084. Bex and Aim in seventh place then with 932. Snakes on a Plate in eighth place with 885. Big G in ninth at 656. And in 10th this week is Whiskey Sarah. Get that right in a minute. Whiskey Jane with 550 points. Well done once again to Patsy. Commiserations to everyone else, but it's the taking part that counts, which is exactly why we do this every Tuesday Money for free across Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and the Challenge Zone website. That is all we have time for this week. Now, it does lead me up to another question, and that is, it was started at the start of lockdown as a bit of entertainment while we were all stuck at home or restricted because pubs, bars, restaurants, shops and things weren't open. Now, I'm happy to carry these on every Tuesday evening at 8 o'clock for anyone that wants me to. Alternatively, now you've got your lives back if you'd prefer not to have a Tuesday trivia every Tuesday evening at 8 o'clock. Again, do let us know in the comments down below or over there if you're on YouTube, or drop me a message on Facebook through the Challenge Zone Facebook page, just like someone has done now as it's ringing in my ear. Do let me know. Again, we're more than happy to carry it on. I say we, it's just me on a Tuesday evening in this big studio. More than happy to carry them on if you want them carried on. But likewise, it was only ever supposed to be a fill-in until everything opened back up. So I'm happy to call it a day on these until the future. You never know what's around the corner and what venues might pop up where Tuesday trivia might become a regular feature. Completely up to you. Let me know if everybody wants me to carry on. I'll be back at the same time, same place at 8 o'clock next Tuesday. Alternatively, if the majority of people that are playing would happy either way, it'll either stop or it won't. We'll announce that over on the Challenge Zone. Again, pop it in the comments down there if you're on Facebook, over there if you're on YouTube or Twitch. Or the Challenge Zone website. I've been James Hollenby. We hope you had a great evening on this one this evening. We might see you same time, same place next week for another Trivia Tuesday. Whatever you're up to this week, have a great week, and we'll see you sometime soon. Thank you and good night.